This is Tony at Exotic Dent Works, and today we're going to take a look at a tool that we use to determine the size of the dent on your vehicle. It's called a line board. And the reason it's called a line board is, of course, it has lines, but what it does is it shows the size of the dent. I've got a still picture that we'll go over here in just a little bit and discuss exactly how it works. But the reason this is important is because it determines the size of the dent on the hood for your insurance. The insurance pays by the amount of damage on your vehicle. And a dent is defined by any depression in the original stamping. So sometimes a dent may be real small, but it might be quite large around. And that does happen. One thing I definitely want to make sure that you guys know is if you have a white vehicle, be extremely cautious. This sometimes even gets us as seasoned hail technicians. We see a car that's coming in that's in the sunlight out there, doesn't look like there's much damage, and when we get it in here on the lights, wow, it's got a lot of damage. So make sure that you're getting paid completely on your vehicle, no matter what it looks like in the sunlight. I'm going to take a little bit of time and go over this dent, this still picture here right now. So let's take a look at it. Here we can see two large dents in the hood. What I want to draw your attention to is the parallel lines which are reflected by the line board. These parallel lines are undisturbed if the surface is flat, but as you can see, when you get a dent, they start to splay out and mushroom around the dent. This next picture shows exactly what parallel lines should look like undisturbed. Now you can see how the dents start to splay apart and wrap around the actual dent. Here's a photo from slightly a different angle. Notice how the lines start to spread apart and where they first begin. And finally, we have the last photo that shows where the dent begins and where the dent ends. If we measure in between these two lines, this dent was 3.5 inches wide. So this goes to show you, be careful about what you think you see. The last photo we see right here is a photo that was taken outside in regular sunlight. You can see that these dents don't look any bigger than a quarter, when in actuality, they're 3.5 inches. So be careful, guys. In conclusion, make sure you get your hail looked at with a reputable technician. It can make the difference between night and day. Our insurance companies are great, but they just have too many hail claims to look at, and sometimes things get overlooked.